just got back from the Fortnite Chapter 7 premiere, and everything you'd ever want to know is encrypted in this USB right here. FBI! No! It started off great. I walked the red carpet, hit my emote, met up with some amazing icons, and then snuck past security to get this footage right here. This is everything new in Fortnite Chapter 7. From the new Battle Pass, new settings, and new features in-game. Let's start with the Battle Pass. Code NICK830 if you guys do want to support me. Please and thank you. The Chapter 7 Battle Pass is a brand new look, and what they did looks amazing. Previously, in order to see all the skins you get in a Battle Pass, you'd have to go through every single page. But now every single character is laid out in front of you with their own unique animation as well. Hands down, one of the best Battle Pass updates we've gotten since Fortnite released back in 2017. So we're going to hover over the bride, click it, and you'll see a whole nother section. You have 2 pages for her alone. You have her emote, the loading screen for the spin-off of Kill Bill, a matching wrap, a spray, pickaxe, and a banner. On the next page, you have one of the coolest gliders. You'll see it when we get in game. A spray, loading screen, the back bling that matches, and then our alternate style. Moving on to the second character, we have some pretty cool unlocks, but what really shines here is when we get to the next page. I would buy the Battle Pass for this emote alone. It's so catchy. And then you have the glider, pickaxe, a spray, her back bling, and of course the edit style, which you've been seeing all along. This is going to be a fan favorite of the Battle Pass for sure. Now moving on to the third skin. It's not really my favorite, but you can't deny that they put a lot of time into it. Very unique. We have a nice matching wrap, a glider that we've seen before, just differently designed now, a back bling, and of course the skin itself. On the next page, we've got the edit style with the pickaxe, a banner, V-Bucks, back bling, loading screen, and of course, the skin. Now going to the next skin. I'm not really crazy over this one. On the second page, he does have a karate style emote, which I think people are going to like. He's also got a back bling and his edit style. You'll notice I'm moving a little quick through this because we were running out of time. We were about to queue into a game. But I had to spend some extra time on the fifth skin because this emote is sick. Very California vibes and just overall really fun. Definitely going to be another fan favorite right here. On the next page, you've got a different glider style, contrail, V-Bucks, emoticon, back bling, and then the edit style itself. Now here's Back to the Future in Fortnite. His kicks look phenomenal. He's got an emoticon, a spray, a guitar instrument for festival, a fun loading screen that incorporates Peely, and Marty McFly himself. On the next page, you have his camera pickaxe, a new contrail, a spray, and his edit style, Future Marty. For this skin, this is one of the more unique gliders I think I've seen. I didn't use it in game, so I don't know if it has a custom animation, but the design looks phenomenal. The back bling also kind of pops. His pickaxe looks nice and matches the set, as well as the wrap. And I mean, he's got some style to him. Very awesome skin. Going to the next page, here's his unique emote. Not the greatest emote in my opinion, but I think the rest of the Battle Pass makes up for it, including this edit style for the glider, and then the edit style for himself as well. Moving on to the final skin. Voyager's Cube is the first emote. We have a loading screen, the wrap. This skin kind of reminds me of the Dark Voyager, but way more sleek and modern. Glider is not bad, but the skin itself is phenomenal. Then you have a blue edit style for the back bling, his pickaxe. Now, what most people didn't see is there are 3 skins in the Battle Pass that have this bonus style. In order to unlock all these bonus rewards, they're associated with doing certain quests. So the first skin with these bonus styles is Cat Holloway. The second skin that has bonus styles is Carter Wu. And finally, Dark Voyager is the third skin with these quests. Without further ado, I gotta show you guys the gameplay we captured of Chapter 7. Before we did, I always want to cover every little tiny detail, and something I spotted is hit markers under the sound tab. Something else that didn't seem to be in-game, but there was still a setting for, maybe they forgot to remove it, is simple build. The locker also got a slight tweak. You can now bind 8 emotes instead of 6. And when you're selecting them, you have this little toggle up top, which I think is a lot easier to navigate than what it previously was. Additionally, when you have a built-in emote, it won't take up one of your slots. Now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the start to a Battle Royale match in Fortnite Chapter 7. Everyone at the venue was smiling ear to ear. It was a sight that I wish I captured on camera, but here it is. Right here, everyone is spread out along the entire perimeter of the storm circle across the whole map. But the crazy thing about this start to a match is you really can't pick the same spot that you want to go to every single game. If you keep going forward, you hit this invisible barrier and you can't move until the countdown hits 0, or you can turn around and go to the wave where you'll automatically jump when you get to the end. There's no manual jump or kickflip, which I was hoping for, but one really cool fact which I love, you see this countdown? If you time the countdown on 0 to when you jump in the air on the edge of the wave, you'll actually be able to get even more air and go higher up to reach further in. I was actually speaking to an Epic dev, and they said later in the season, we're going to be repairing the battle bus by doing our quests, and once it's fixed, there'll be a random chance at the start of a match that you surf or that you actually get deployed from the battle bus. All right, now let's take a look at the map. Initially, the first POIs I was discovering resembled Chapter 6, like this sewer area right here. I even saw a little bit of Chapter 3. It didn't really feel like there was anything new until I got like 3 minutes into exploring, and man, oh man, they did not disappoint. You could really see the amount of time Epic put into this map. I'm talking a theme park that lights up at night, the Hollywood sign which can be seen from far away, California underpasses with graffiti, deserts that resemble Las Vegas, the sphere actually from Las Vegas. Keep in mind, I'm playing on all low graphics, yet everything still pops. And that's just the beginning. The moment you begin looting, you'll realize another thing Fortnite always nails. Brand new interiors for practically every POI you enter. They're all fresh, modern, and very Hollywood. You're gonna feel like you're on the West Coast. But visuals aside, let's talk about what really matters. The loot. We have 2 ARs, the Enforcer and the Deadeye. This Deadeye is the best. But here's the twist. Remember when I showed you this setting earlier? Well, you're gonna wanna see and hear these new effects. That's right. Hitmarkers have a brand new look and sound, and the elim is just way too satisfying. Now, you may have noticed this new iron pump shotgun. As the name suggests, this is our pump shotgun, which definitely is the go-to. The other is called twin hammer shotguns, which look really cool. I mean, look at this reload animation. But it feels like a tactical shotgun. It'll be good for zero build, but for builds, definitely the iron pump wins. Snipers are back this chapter. There's only one called the Vengeful Sniper Rifle, but it's exactly like the Reaper Sniper with 3 quick shots before a reload, dealing much less damage. I personally don't think it's going to be worth it to carry, especially with so many other great weapons, like the new Arc Lightning Gun. You just have to know it's a close range weapon. Now at first, I'm like, this weapon's decent. But then I realized it chains lightning to nearby structures. And then I realized it can chain lightning to nearby enemies too. The Forbidden Vow Blade is another item you can spot on the map. Once you enter this portal, you will claim it, and just like the Arc Lightning Gun, you can chain 3 slashes while in the air for some really solid movement. I will say, this is not a weapon you're going to want to use up close. It barely does any damage, but it is fun to use, feeling like a hybrid of past blades we've gotten. This attack reminds me of the Typhoon Blade from Chapter 6, and this dash reminds me of the Kinetic Blade from Chapter 4, but it's much better. Overall, worth picking up for mobility, but that's it. Now, this blade isn't the only way to get around the map. Fortnite introduced Wingsuits, giving you another way to launch yourself in the air and glide across the island. Let me tell you, it is fun. When you activate it, you do this animation like Iron Man's flight kit back in Chapter 5. It flings you into the air and you automatically deploy your wingsuit. This is where momentum matters. If you keep angling upwards, you'll lose all your speed and you end up just going straight down. So you kind of have to feel the speed you have and know when to adjust your camera angle accordingly. It's a super fun learning curve, knowing when to dive and glide back up. But how effective against enemies is it? I actually tested how quickly you can fire your weapon the moment you land. And right here, I'm pressing my fire button repeatedly. There's a slight delay between landing and shooting, but it feels right. As I was gliding through the air, you may have noticed these new hot air balloons. These will always be moving throughout the map. When you make your way onto one, you'll notice similar loot to the train last chapter. I can see these hot air balloons providing a fun vantage point for sniping, especially because they appear indestructible and most times hard to get to. Something else that's extremely hard to get is the brand new self-revive device. We can now revive ourselves even in solos. You could find these in vending machines, which are actually marked on the map, and you can also find these in supply drops. Speaking of supply drops, there's yet another new feature to show you guys. So in a match, for every single storm circle that closes, there is a chance that an anomaly will activate. Right here, you see the anomaly is care packages. In another game, I got hide and seek, where standing still or crouching turned you invisible. So again, these are completely random and apparently there's a lot more. But you could have a match where no anomalies spawn at all. The same goes for the new Reboot van. There's a chance you stumble upon this with the yellow wheel boots, meaning the good version didn't spawn at all. However, big thank you to Sancho West for sending footage of what it does look like when you find one without the yellow boots. It's literally a portable Reboot van where whenever you boost, you'll hear this siren too. The back is designed for you to put any knocked teammates inside and they'll auto-revive. Nonetheless, if you prefer solos, you're in good hands because yet another new addition is transforming into a boss. If you see this on the map, go to it and interact. You'll gain an additional 25 health and 25 shield. You'll become huge. You'll gain an ability that you can activate at any time that spawns AI around you and grants you increased stamina and low gravity. There are other bosses you can transform into that will grant different abilities, like this one that gave me 0-point dashes instead of the low gravity effect. There is so much detail added to everything, making it one of the best chapters in Fortnite history. Fortnite didn't forget the secret Easter eggs around the map either, like opening and closing these doors. It's a nice way to surprise enemies. In this area right here, Sancho West even found an underground teleport.
Oh. You know where that now? Whoa! Watch. It's underneath. It's in the end of... Like hit the map.
You gotta hand it to Epic. They even polished the little things that most people wouldn't even notice, like the storm shrinking pop-up. Like when you're reloading your weapon. Leave it to Fortnite to make an 8-year-old game feel like a brand new one every single chapter. They did not disappoint. I give this season a 9.25 out of 10. Huge thank you to Epic Games for inviting us to such an incredible premiere. Seeing so many Fortnite creators in one place is only something Epic could set up. And some amazing news is my icon skin is back in the item shop until Monday night. So if you guys do want to get it, I'll have a link in the description that takes you directly to the item shop to get my bundle. And if you want to use code NICK830, no spaces, please and thank you. It'd be much appreciated. Keep on being awesome, A-Team, and I will see you all in the next one. Hey!